Big up battle, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, and flower. You're the chosen one. Well, your left hand's free and your right's in grip. With another left hand, watches right and slip. Schwartz is gone.
I'm Josie.
And I'm Josh.
And you're watching GDMLK.
MLK.
Are you a senior planning to attend RCC? Well, if you are, RCC will be holding virtual visits to answer all your questions regarding admissions, financial aid, athletics, clubs, activities, and all that jazz. Now, if I were you, I would take advantage of this opportunity and head on over to the College and Career Center Google Classroom at this link below.
The King High School Theater is pleased to announce our auditions for our first two virtual productions, C is for COVID and 2020 Ghost Walk Dracula. Both shows will audition October 1st from 3 to 5. You may read scripts which will be available ahead of time for you to look through. Rehearsals and recordings takes place after school from 3:40 to 6 p.m. C is for COVID on Tuesdays and Fridays, and Ghost Walks on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Connect with @Troop6209 or Facebook at MLK Theater for more information, or email Mr. Scarborough. Link will be in the description down below. Everyone is welcome to audition, including students from RVS and other schools. See you there. Now, let's start over to theater. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Felina. I'm going to be doing an interview on Annika for theater. How has quarantine been for you and your family?
It's been all right. We've been trying to get through it, and we've been sticking together. So we've been doing all right.
How is it going to go on with theater this year?
So with theater this year, we're continuing our meetings on every Friday, as we usually do for thespians, Friday from 3:40 to 4:10. And we're doing a few virtual productions that are more codependent on the people and not on each other, so that everyone can do it on their own and there won't be any lagginess or anything. So we're continuing as normal as we can.
That's good. Is it harder online?
It is a bit harder because it's harder for everything, I think, online, but we're trying to get through it and make the most of it, and I think everyone's been enjoying it so far.
If someone wanted to try out for theater, how would they do it?
Oh, they could talk to any of me or any of the other officers or Miss Scarborough, who's the advisor and the theater director, and they could talk to us and ask us any questions. And it's open to anyone. They can email us, or they can email pscarborough@riversideunified.org and get the meeting links.
Okay. Do you have any upcoming ideas for theater? Are you guys doing anything anytime soon?
Right now, we're doing two productions. One of them is called C is for COVID, which is little short stories or monologues written about how it's been this whole year in quarantine, and people perform it, and they're student written. Then we're also doing a radio serial thing, which is like a podcast type thing, and it's only voices, but everyone's acting in it still, so it's like a podcast. You just listen to it.
Okay. What is your favorite things about quarantine?
Well, there's not a lot that I love about it, but in quarantine, I've liked being able to stay home and not be up so as early as I usually do if we're going to school in person.
Okay. Do you and your family do anything together, in your house or anything?
Yeah, we'll hang out. We have a pool, so we'll go in the pool a lot, and we hang out, we watch TV together.
Is theater planning on doing anything together anytime soon? In person?
Not in person, but just online right now. We're doing hangout sessions and then our weekly meetings.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to ask you.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Students, EOC is hosting a college and career fair. Now, the Riverside College and Career Fair gives thousands of high school and college students a one-stop access to educational and career opportunities. Now, admission is free, thank goodness, and is open to the public. It's going to take place from September 29th through October with free resources and workshops available. Now, just head on over to this link if you want to register. And now, throwing it on over to fitness.
What's up, everyone? Today we got a special guest, my former track coach, Coach Vince Baum. Firstly, he's one of my favorite coaches because everything that he does for me on and off the track as well. Today he'll be talking about how you can mentally and physically stay prepared as an athlete. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to him.
Thanks for that intro, Dryden. What's going on, y'all? Coach Vince here. If I had to tell you guys my one piece of advice on how to stay mentally and physically ready, especially as an athlete, it would be to remind yourself that there's one variable that you can always control, and that is yourself. And that includes your mindset as well, right? Once I change my mindset, it's a lot easier for me to adapt to the situation that I'm in. Especially in the times like these, there's only two things that I control, right? Myself and my mindset. Once I get my mindset straight on the situation and the things that are going on around me, I can now put my body in action and a plan in action so that way I can make myself better no matter what's going on around me.
After that great advice, it's back to you, Donnie.
Attention class of 2021 and all seniors. King is now accepting senior quotes for this year's yearbook. The link to enter your senior quotes will be in the description down below. Remember, keep it PG and G rated, but if you got some crazy quotes, we can throw it up in my yearbook.
Now, as we are in the month of September, I'd like to mention that it's Hispanic Heritage Month. Now, Hispanic Heritage Month was established in 1988 by California Representative Esteban Torres, which, by the way, was only for a week until President Ronald Reagan expanded that to a month. Now, the days September 15th through October 15th include the Independence Days of several Latin American countries, including Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Mexico, and Chile. So, big fat shout out to my Latinx community.
Before we cruise down these final segments of this episode of GDMLK, I'd like to take a time to shine a light on mental health and how everyone battles with their own fights every single day. And for anyone that is going through something heartbreaking or challenging in their life right now, just know that with every dark night, there's always a brighter day. And there's always going to be someone here for you no matter what. And for anyone that knows someone that's going through something, call them, talk to them, and be there for them. I guarantee you it will mean really a lot to them, and it will make their day. And truly, something special to them. Now, let's throw it over to short films. Check it out.
People living with mental health symptoms have many challenges. Some of which can be observed by others. And some that are only seen within. However, the hardest challenge is not being accepted for who you are. Do your part in changing the world, starting with accepting somebody else's.
Hi, my name is Karen. I'm here with the Martin Luther King staff counselor, Ms. Hebert. Hi, how are you and your family?
Hi, we're doing really good. Thank you for asking.
What are some of the programs available to students that are struggling with their mental health?
Well, the first and foremost, the biggest program we have right now is the Student Assistance Program, which is what I work for. So what the district has done is they have given each campus their own therapist. Our job is to make ourselves available to listen and provide support to students. If students need a little extra support or maybe their own personal counselor, then we can help refer students to resources in the community. The other program that we have started since we've gone virtual is the SAP program has come up with a virtual wellness center for students. So it's a nice place to go where there's so many different things for distraction, for coping skills, for well-being. So that's also a new resource for students and their mental health.
What are some of the signs of students that may be struggling with depression or other mental health issues?
Well, it's really interesting too. For teenagers, a lot of times people just assume when we say depression that it's going to look like those Zoloft or depression commercials. And with teenagers, it looks a little bit different. So I find with teenagers, when you are feeling depressed, you guys are way more irritable and grouchy than you usually are. So a lot of things kind of get on your nerves that don't usually get on your nerves, and maybe you're getting into arguments. There might be issues where you're wanting to be alone and isolate yourself a lot. Maybe you want to take more naps and sleep throughout the day. You're not eating as much. You're not as talkative. So those are some of the signs you might notice. You just feel sad a lot with, and you just don't feel better right away. With maybe anxiety, you might notice that you have racing thoughts. You start having physical symptoms like your your heartbeat is racing, you're sweaty, you're having just shaking, can't breathe. So you might see things like that. With other conditions, it's kind of hard to say. And so if you think that maybe you're just not yourself, just check in with someone like myself or an adult, and maybe we can figure things out.
What can someone do if they have a friend that's struggling with social emotional problems?
Well, if you already know that your friend is struggling with social emotional problems, it might be just to kind of provide encouragement, listen, give them resources like the crisis hotline for teens, maybe a text hotline. Let them know that, hey, do you realize you have a therapist on campus that's here for you? Try her out. It might be talking to someone that you know that's an adult that can help you get help for your friend. If you think your friend has something and you're not sure, then the best is to ask them. Just be like, hey, you know what? I noticed you seem sad a lot, or you're not talking as much, or you seem down. Is everything okay? So that they know that you're there and you care and you want to help them. The other thing is try and be supportive. Send a text message or a funny meme. Just make sure that you guys are pouring positivity into each other. Because sometimes when people are going through mental health crisis, they feel like they're alone. And just knowing that you're not alone and people care about you really makes a difference.
What can Martin Luther King teens do to practice good self-care?
I love that. That's a great question. I think a lot of times for teenagers, you guys have so many responsibilities, so many things happening. And so you're not necessarily paying attention to when you're not feeling well. So the first thing would be like, check in with yourself. Are you feeling tired? Did you eat lunch today? Are you drinking water? Just the basic things can be helpful. Making sure that if you're into social media, if it's not benefiting you and making you feel good about yourself, take a break, get out in the sunshine. Know that, yes, you have assignments and homework to do, but you also need to just rest and relax a little bit. Talk to people, reach out to your friends. All those things can be helpful and with your self-care.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Ms. Hebert. Now we're going to throw it back to the host.
Students, this month is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And we want to remind all of our students that if you or a friend at school need help, please send an anonymous message to text a tip. Everyone take out your phones and save our text a tip number, 951-394-1911. While this number can be used by students to anonymously report misconduct, it also can be used to share your concerns for a friend who might be having dark thoughts and in need of mental health support. We live in challenging times. If you or a friend are suffering from thoughts of self-harm, please report it out to a trusted adult on campus or through our anonymous text-a-tip line, 951-349-1911. Remember, you are enough. You are not alone. We can lift each other up and stand together.
Thank you guys for watching.
And like always, have
Have
a
a
good
good
day.
day.
Okay.
MLK. Thank you guys for watching.
And like always, have
Have
a
a
good
good
day.
day.
Okay.
MLK. Y'all.